because I promised a lot of you that I would talk about my vacation. So I got a whole bunch of pictures thanks to KRISTI. And I want to share them with you. Here, let's see here. Okay, boom. Now, this trip was like 10 days. I wanted to see my sister. It's been like years. She lives out in DC. I got to her house. KRISTI and I took this big drive. Like it was about, it wasn't that long. It was like 5.5 hours to get to DC from where I'm at. I love you too, Wazzy. And when I got there, like, it was cool to see that my sister had her own house. She's married to this dude named Ashish. We talked about this all before in prior videos of DG in the morning. I'll skip all the back story of it. But like, wow, it was so weird. She didn't know. This is a little weird. This is a little creepy, but like, I had to take this picture because it's my sister and her dog in her own backyard at her house in DC. And like, there was some weird thing that happened to me. I was just like very proud of her, you know? It's not hashish, it's ashish. Yeah, but it does remind me of hashish, by the way. And I think they do smoke a lot of pot, just saying. It's not like I would know anything about that. But I love hashish. No, it sounds like I'm saying hashish because my throat, dude. It sounds like hashish because, listen, the pain in my throat makes it sound that way, god damn it. All right. I'm trying, damn it. I'm trying. But I don't know. I had to take that shot because I just thought that was so fucking cool. Seeing my sister out there with her dog at her house with her big ass backyard. Like probably about 20 minutes out from DC. You know that's got to be expensive. She had some gray hair. And I was like, holy shit, Kel. I'm like, you cannot have gray hair. You're my younger sister. That's not allowed. When I look younger than my sister, not a good thing. So I told her she needs to relax. So we went there, we relaxed. Here's KRISTI and I near the monument. I'm just like chill. I'm leaning up against her. I was very tired that day. Kellen took us to the Smithsonian in DC. We walked around. There's another shot of the monument. This was us walking around, which is really just a great time. I highly recommend people go to DC if they live in the States, just to check out the Capitol. That's 555 feet of marble, by the way. It's pretty crazy. It was erected for George Washington. There he goes, the Capitol building. You know, they had some construction going on. I'm like, of course they did. You know, they got to spend. They got to keep spending. But walking around, I got to talk to people. I have it on film. I think I'm going to make a little vlog out of it. And I walked around and I asked them why they love America, right? And it was a really interesting, like, you should have seen the range of people and the range of answers that I got was just like pretty phenomenal. And KRISTI and Callan, they rolled their eyes, you know? They were like, dude, what are you doing? There was a guy with the white flag. Like, I'm like, what is up with this white flag dude? He was the old dude with like this crazy long beard, and he was bald, and he had no shirt on, and he had a cape on the back, and he was riding on a unicycle. I'm not making this shit up. And he had like a big giant white flag. Yeah, he was like, he had to be 60. He had to be 60, this dude. And he would just rode around this park, rode around all day long. It was the most insane thing that I've ever seen in my life. And I'm like, I don't know what this guy is about. Like, what is this dude about? Like, what is he giving up? Give me another. Yeah, I mean, like, what the white flag movement? Is he surrendering? Like, I don't get it. So as we're walking along, there was an RV, and it said, you want to know about the white flag movement? Go to whiteflag.com or some shit like that. Don't go to that, by the way. I didn't go to that, but I don't know what it is. And frankly, at that point, I stopped caring. Ironically, I actually stopped caring when I saw that I could find out what it is. I was like, well, now I don't want to know what it is anymore. So that was, and trust me, the girls had to put up with me. They had to put up with me. This was the Smithsonian art area that we decided we wanted to see. The Smithsonian. One thing I do love about the government is that you can go to the Smithsonian and it's free. They don't charge anything. You can see some of the most amazing things that you've ever seen. They have an aeronautics that I went to with my father many, many years ago. I think over 10 years ago. They have a Smithsonian aeronautics with all the old rockets and all the old planes. And oh my God, it's your dream come true if you're into planes and rockets and anything aeronautic. It's just fantastic. They got an awesome plane that you can get into, and it's a simulator, and I put my son in there with me. It's awesome. But we didn't do that. That was a long time ago with my father. KRISTI had never seen any of this, so it was great. My sister and I, we've been here before. But here's me. I'm like super happy with my sister. We're going down through the Smithsonian tunnel. And this big fucking fountain. Here's KRISTI and I. This fountain's ridiculous. I can't believe this thing is on the second floor of the Smithsonian art building. There's marble columns. There has to be 30 of these marble columns. This fountain's huge, and it goes up like 50 fucking feet. Like, you can see how big this is. Like, look at this. Look at the size of this fucking area. The fountain's huge. But they had wonderful pieces of art and sculpture. They had some Monet. They had Rodin, which I'm a big fan of. This table had these marble inlays, dude. Was crazy cool, man. Crazy cool. Sculptures. This is the one. These pieces by Rodin. I'm a big Rodin fan. I do love arts. I know a bit about art. There's some Monet. There's some, like, some sculpture that brings back some sex memories. They didn't have any entertainment, so the sculpture had to have sex in it. Like, this is obviously referring to this man's cock here. Pardon me. I'm getting a little dirty now. But, like, okay, sure, it's a bow. We know what you're doing, right? Look, and then it gets even more sexual. Look at this. Oh my God, they had to have this. They didn't have TV. They didn't have porn. They had to have this, put this in there or get the fuck out, right? I mean, this was the sign of the times, man. You had to have naked people, man. And then, then there was some cool shit. There's someone with a woman with a skull, touching a skull. And then there's more sex again. These things are like 500, 600, 700 years old. I'm not even kidding. Some of these things at the Smithsonian are almost 1,000 years old. Like, I'm not kidding. They got things that are like 1,000 years old or more in there. That's crazy ridiculous. And it's free. You don't have to pay anything. One of the things I love about the government, one of the only things, is the tax money pays for the Smithsonians. So it's all free for any citizen or anybody that wants to check it out. And awesome. Just awesome. I mean, like, the whole experience. See how far that goes, that statue? Ridiculous. That woman's freaking me out. And there's another Rodin, which I think that's a masterpiece. So that was just the first part. Check this out. Here we are in Roanoke. Roanoke is a cool-ass city. Roanoke is a very cool-ass city, actually. Roanoke, Virginia, holy shit. It has this star in the top of this mountain, and you can see it during the daytime, and you're like, what is it? And so we were like, well, let's walk around a little bit in Roanoke. We had a day and a half there. Of course, KRISTI taking pictures of alcohol. Oh, she's such an alkie, I swear. And then this breakfast from this place called Perfect Toastery, which literally made the best breakfast I've ever had. Also, the Perfect Toast. Very good name. This thing she got, I don't even know what this is. This hollandaise sauce. I can't do hollandaise sauce. Who can do hollandaise sauce? I'm not a hollandaise sauce fan. It looks like liquid boogers to me. It looks like liquid snot on a muffin, on an egg. I can't do it. And ketchup, forget about it. It looks too fake. This wine, it's from a place called Well Hung. Get it? Oh. But it seriously was called Well Hung Vineyards. But it was downtown in Roanoke. We walked around. The vibe was cool. Everybody had this really cool, open-minded vibe to them. Even the poor parts of Roanoke that were the ghettos, I was walking in. I'm like, this is the coolest place. People were happy in the poorest parts of the city. That's how good Roanoke is. People were smiling in destitute, and they were happy. And I know why they're happy, because it's beautiful there. You're in the mountains, man. You're in the mountains breathing the clean air. The wind's coming down at you all the time. Why wouldn't you want to be happy there? It's awesome. Found a place called Tuco's Tacos. After that, lunchtime, boom, got myself a taco with the Dos Equis. I know what's up. Then I saw a giant Optimus Prime at a Taco Bell. I'm like, what's this? I think I saw this in a commercial. But this thing, I'm like, this is an awesome thing. I got to take a picture for everybody. This Optimus Prime stood 20 feet tall. Was crazy. Loved it. KRISTI said, I got to figure out what's up in those mountains again. So here she's like wondering, what was that we saw in the mountains? So I said, okay, we're going to take a trip. Middle of the night. It's called the Roanoke Star. You can read all about it. You can read all about it once you get to the top. It's really far. It's about 1,600 feet up in the air. By the way, I was up higher than 1,600 feet. I'll tell you about that later. But this is what it is. And you can see it from miles away. They say you can see it from an airplane, actually, looking down. But like you can see the star from miles away at night, and it can change color. It was built in the 40s, I believe, and all the colors can change in this star. So like there's white, they can do, that night was all white, which I thought was awesome. But you can do blues and purples and all bunch of different things. But like it was crazy because we had to drive up this mountain 1,600 feet. We got to the top, and then I wanted to take a picture for you guys. So boom. That's what it looks like from 1,600 feet above Roanoke. And I was like, all right, this is pretty cool. I never had a shot like this. It's like jewels. It's like an ocean of jewels down there, you know? And I was like, yeah, right. Just like, wow. Like, it's, and let me tell you what, I loved Roanoke. I didn't expect that. It was just like a little layover from my sister's house. Because we left my sister's, we're out of DC, we went to Roanoke, and we're using Roanoke as a rest stop to go to North Carolina, which is where her sister was. And that is what I'm getting to now. Let's go talk about the Blue Ridge Mountains, which, well, I mean, you want to talk about, like, blue? It is blue. It is literally, I understand why they call it the Blue Ridge Mountains. Like, everything is so bright blue, it's ridiculous. There was literally oxygen pouring from trees. Like, this is oxygen just pouring out of trees. Like, I was like, okay, yeah, this is how we breathe. This is cool. Like, here's a science course. This is how we breathe, right? But look how, there's no filter here. There is no filter here. There are trees all around for miles on end. All you can see are trees and mountains and trees and mountains. This is actually the sun. And what there isn't a filter on this. This was the way I felt like I was in some weird anime. I felt like I was in a side scroller anime. I don't even know how people can't be happy in areas like this. I don't think I saw one person with a frown on. Like, everybody was happy here. It was crazy. It's like amazing. I had a lot of really cool comments from fans telling me that they lived in the Blue Ridge and I should stop by. And for those people, I'm so sorry. If I had the time, I would have stopped by and I would have hung out and had a drink with you guys, like, for real. But like, wow, right? Like, I actually made this a Twitter. I tweeted this picture out and I said, tell me what I'm thinking. And the cool thing is our winner decided to say, hey, throw it back in the pot. And I was like, dude, that is awesome that you did that. Like, it was like a $10 Amazon gift card. What was the winning? Hold on. Let me see if I can find the winning response to that. Because it was really funny here. Hold on a second. When was it? I don't tweet too often. Oh, yeah. What am I thinking? Best answer gets $10. And I think it was... Who won? I think it was... Hold on, let me see who won. It was Stevatron, who I think we're going to watch a video from Stevatron today. But Stevatron, what a fucking legend he is. He won the money, and he's like, just throw it back in. I'm like, all right, dude. That's what you want. But I got a lot of, you know what Sarah said? Look at what Sarah said. I see you, Sarah. I see you, Sarah. I thought that was good. I haven't heard from my friend Minxie in forever. Minxie Jinx. She added sound effects in there. I thought that was cool. She said, now that's a sight for sore eyes. Let me just sip this coffee right here. Slurping noises, that tickles the fancy. Firm nod. That was good. I like that one. But Kristi picked the winner. And Stevatron was our winner for that. So I thought that was pretty interesting. There we are. Very, very happy together. Trust me, we were very happy. This is her sister, Cassie, and her brother-in-law. This is the amazing fish sandwich at the Mexican restaurant that they sent us to. I had a little tequila in there and something else. Wow. And some banana chips. I don't even know, madres or something. If anybody out there knows like Spanish cuisine, yuca fries. Oh my God. Like this place was, I'm getting hungry now. But amazing views. We were, again, very happy people. We were very well fed, very happy. And how can you not? How can you not be? Their dog, Lila, is awesome. Their other dog, which is just an old dog. I feel so bad for this dog. All the dogs are so fucking old. Her sister has 3 dogs, and they're all like on death's doorstep. And it's the saddest thing in the world. They're the nicest dogs in the world. But I was like, Kristi, I go, did they get these all like at the same time? Or like, it's just such a sad thing to see these dogs all old and tired all the time. But they're the nicest dogs in the world. They're just really about there. They're like 3 days after expiration. You know what I'm saying? Did you like this? Thank you. Thank you, Luigi. I'm trying to create an experience for you guys. This is Cassie. This is Kristi's sister with her chicken coop. If you guys did not see it, I did make my first short. Let me go down here and let me show you because it was pretty fun. I said I would do this. I've never tried a short before. And I got 432 views on a short. But here I am with Rooster.
I'm at a chicken coop. It's DG. Hi, I'm in the Blue Ridge Mountains, and I miss you guys horribly. Yes, and I'm sorry I can't make it tonight, but still plenty highlights on the YouTube channel. And I am in the Blue Ridge Mountains. He's saying I'm lying.
So they had this rooster that would not shut the fuck up. In fact, I think that's it. Cass is holding it. This rooster is a beast. Did you know the chickens are directly related to the Tyrannosaurus Rex? I'm not even fucking with you. Look that shit up. Look it up. Tyrannosaurus Rex is now a chicken. Ha ha! Take that, T-Rex. Now we're eating you. I learned something new. That is amazing. That's amazing. But there's that son of a bitch. This motherfucking rooster, cock-a-doodle doing all day long. Did not shut up. Like I was like, does rooster taste good? Like, cause I'm game to try some rooster. I'll throw it on the grill. And then they taught me that, you know, they need the rooster to keep the chickens in line. That 1 rooster per every 8 chicken is the formula, by the way. If you want to do chicken farming, because, you know, all the chicken farming I've ever done was in Minecraft. You know, yeah, 1 to every 8. 1 to every 8. Thank you. Yes. So if you want your own chicken coop, if you get more than 1 rooster per every 8 chickens, you got yourself a cockfight. Some people like that shit. More amazing. Oh, this is crazy. So we're on this amazing trip, and guess who stops by? Kristi's nephews. They're just jet-setting around the world. They're having a great time. They're the ones probably got me COVID, too. No. They're just like, oh, yeah, we're going to stop in just to say hi for a day or two. And so Brian and I, we're like, okay, we're going to put these 2 kids to work. Because Cass and Brian, they live on, like, fucking, I don't know. I want to say 20 acres of land on the mountaintop, which is ridiculous. I don't know how much that shit costs, but I don't have that kind of money. And so there we are. We're putting the kids to work. They got a farm area. I actually spent a couple hours with them cleaning this out. And because neither of these 2 kids knew anything about construction. So Brian, who's in the plaid right there, who's Cassie's husband, and I, we taught these kids how to build shit, how to break shit, how to do it right, because, you know, they didn't know what they were doing. And so we passed on man skill, you know. And so I would just like to give myself applause for that, you know. I would. This is Brian showing off his tractor. He's really enough, Brian. And then we got some chicken cock. Of course, KRISTI had to get this whiskey. And I'm like, I am not drinking chicken cock, right? Let me tell you what. Highly endorsed chicken cock. Just saying. Not paid advertisement. Brian makes really good pizza. The man has no Italian heritage at all in his blood, and he's a scientist trying to find how to make the perfect pizza. Everything on this is homemade. It was pretty fucking good. KRISTI had to do stuff every fucking day. There was no rest from KRISTI. She was like an evil robot. She was trying to ruin my vacation. See, on vacation mode, like, I like to chill, right? She likes to plan everything every single moment of the vacation. And I just, you know, my brain kind of goes overload after a while. If there's too much of something, I'm like, why is this even a vacation anymore? Because we're trying to plan stuff every single minute of the day. And she, you know, that's what I was trying to get across to her, right? But she, you know what? I have to say, like, I kind of like that about her. She gets me up, she gets me moving. You know what I mean? Right. Boo freaking who, says Trip Howe. And he's right. She gets me out. And she found this roller coaster that goes up a mountain. I'm not even kidding you. And every single person should do this. It's not a roller coaster like your like these that go, you know, that have like the cars all stacked together. They're separate, like little go-karts. And it was really like, wow. Whew. Oh, Wazzy, go to sleep. What are you worried about? Wazzy. Look at this. Look at this hill that goes up this mountain. And then it just lets you go. And it's like one car per person. The sucky thing is, if somebody's scared in front of you, you have this lever that goes fast and slow. So you can push the lever forward and go super fast, or you can break it if you get too freaked out, because it goes over like 80 miles per hour. Well, what I learned is that we did this 3 times. The first time was amazing. The second time, there was a woman who was scared, who was laying on that brake, laying on the brake in front of me, right? Oh, there's nothing worse than that. There's nothing worse than that. I couldn't even enjoy myself on this roller coaster because this woman kept rah, rah, rah. So when I come back around the 3rd time, I asked the person, hey, can you let this woman go all the way up this hill and let her go down before you even take me up? And I slid him a $5 bill. Gave him a little bit of that Italian tip. See what I'm saying? Sometimes that still works in today's age. I slipped him a 5. You see what I'm saying? And he gave me that little wink like he knows what's up. You see? You see what I'm saying? That still works. Italian, there's a reason why Italians tip. Shit gets done when you tip. Do not forget the power of the tip. Always just the tip. And then you go in strong. All right. That was an odd segue going to KRISTI and her sister. This, on the top of this mountain, there is a cabin or a shack, like something out of Lord of the Rings. We had to climb up this mountain. By the way, 4,000 feet. Okay. I would just like to say we climbed up a mountain, okay? It took all day, okay? To see a sunset that was supposedly the most spectacular sunset that you would ever see on their own land, 4,000 foot on top of a mountain to see the sunset in the Blue Ridge Mountains. And at the very top, there was a Lord of the Rings kind of, it was falling apart. You see the edges? You could not step on that end or you would fall to your death. That edge is just a straight drop down. It's crazy down. It's crazy far up. Like, we are way high up right now here. And I am not standing anywhere towards that edge, but these two youngins, man, they didn't give a fuck, right? And Brian and I, we were like, you know, should they be sitting on the edge? Well, of course they should. And so should we. I mean, dudes, of course. And then we brought ourselves a bottle of wine up, which was nice. We got to chill out. You know, that was our reward when we got this album. We got a little crazy. I mean, you can see here, we got quite a bit. We're a little bit crazy. If you like the faces here. What is that is. He had a little too much wine there. It was very hard back down the mountain. Yeah, that's me. The kids did not have any. But yeah, it was a fun time. But here's the sunset. So guys, it's so quiet. I'm telling Kristi, I'm like, you gotta take this for my fans. You gotta take this for the DG360 community. It has to be perfect. Like, all these pictures, by the way, every time she took a picture, I was telling her every one of these pictures have to be perfect. You could not have a picture that does not pass my stringent standards of DG360 excellence, right? Watch this sunset, dudes. That's when it like hit me. I'm 4,000 foot up in the air. There's like this weird fog coming down the mountainside, and this sun's peeking at me like a fucking eye of God. It's piercing my soul. It's piercing the camera. And then it ends like some crazy ending to a Viking story, like a Valhalla ending. It was like, wow. This I got on another night. This was the vibe, guys. Like, this was the Blue Ridge Mountains. It was amazing. Go to them. Go to the mountains, my friends. Go to the mountains and lose yourself. Like, just for a moment. Like, seriously. Like, you will have a great time there. I am not kidding you. It feels fantastic. Every part about the trip was good, Kill Devil. You'll have a great time, dude. I am so charged up from it. Even as I'm sick with the Rona, I feel so energetic still through all this sickness. And one of the reasons I can probably stream right now, man. Just fantastic. Just a fantastic, fantastic time. And that was my vacation. Hope you guys enjoyed the story time. I hope you guys enjoyed the pictures. Indeed, we did go through Charleston, West Virginia, and that's where I got Corona. Beautiful country. Just don't go inside any of the buildings. No, I didn't get it from that whiskey was really good, by the way. I am actually, for people of adult age that can drink, I am highly recommending that drink. It was really smooth. It wasn't the best, but for the price, it was very smooth. Not a lot of kickback, which usually I like. But it gave you a nice little buzz. It was good stuff. All right. I think we're ready, Pepe, to get serious business mode. I know for a fact that Erad wanted us to watch something involving mustaches. Isn't that correct? Yes. Something involving mustaches.